my bad. Yeah. First of the month, I'ma run it back. Ay. Same day, why I'ma run it back. Yeah. Friday, payday, run it back. Ay. Run it back, run it back, run it back. 48 yards, I run it back. Ay. I cop a car, I run it back. Yeah. Go yo, then run it back. Run it back, run it back, run it back. Hello, that's the Jag calling. Let me click over real quick to let my Jag talk it. I eat it, ooh, Pac-Man, that's the...
The best of the best take the field one more time. Hey, it's the coach. This is the NFL Pro Bowl on EA Sports. Coming up, the next to last game on the NFL calendar, just moments away. The AFC and NFC stars, they're ready. I'll check you again at halftime. But for the call of the Pro Bowl, let's hand it over to Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
All right, Coach, we are pleased as always to be bringing you coverage of the National Football League on EA Sports. Coming up, it's the penultimate game of the NFL calendar, AFC versus NFC in the NFL Pro Bowl game. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Godden, and Charles, it's the Pro Bowl. You never really know what to expect, so I guess I'll ask you, what do you expect?
Well, in recent years, it has turned into an absolute offensive explosion, hasn't it? Games in the 50s are not out of line. What you're hoping is that some of these great defenders have a chance to adjust and react and maybe narrow that down a little bit. But I will say, this game is tilted heavily towards the offense's advantage.
Excitement? Well, we got that in abundance as this Pro Bowl is underway from Orlando, Florida. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. So here comes the AFC for their opening drive. And leading them out there, we get a look at their 6'3" quarterback.
And I liked what his head coach told us about him this week, that no matter what happens, whether he throws 7 interceptions or 7 touchdown passes, he's the same assertive leader in the huddle on each and every play. He can throw the 7 interceptions, just blame the football, blame anything else, and still carry himself like he is the man.
It's like you, assertive in our production meetings.
Well, especially when we're talking about ordering dinner, ordering some snacks.
I was just going to say.
That's where I go. And that's a run that'll energize an offensive line. They'll take that one all day long. Fundamental breakdown by the defense. You've got to be able to make plays on the edge.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Off the play fake. Barnes. And the throw left sideline here is caught, but they'll rule it incomplete. Couldn't keep his feet in. 2nd down. Time for a check of the starting offensive unit here for the AFC.
And since it's a Pro Bowl roster, you can have 11 guys from 11 different teams trying to get on the same page. You know that's no easy feat. So line communication calls, that's big. Audibles, hand signals, you want to make sure everyone is connected so no one gets hurt.
And this time he's going backwards. So after the no gain on the last attempt, here they get him behind the line.
Anytime you call an inside running play, you just know there should be a lot of congestion there. You're counting on your offensive line to take control of the line of scrimmage. That didn't happen in this case, and that play got bottled up.
Ready. 50. Here we go. Let's bring it. Let's go. Let's bring it. Let's bring it. Defense.
On 3rd down, Barnes. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything to warrant a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. On is the punt team now as this one's sent away. And that hits at the 6 and carries into the end zone for a touchback. So out comes the NFC for their initial drive. And leading them, Charles, their quarterback, their field general.
And what I enjoyed in preparing for this game was talking not just with the coaching staff, but with him as well. And I found it interesting that the coaching staff sees him one way, and he sees himself an entirely different way.
Yeah, one thing he said he's always working on, we know he's not bad at this, but his footwork, always wants to improve that, and that's something he's going to focus on here.
And what was so funny, what the offensive coordinator said right off the top, he's got great footwork. Love his footwork. So this guy is never satisfied.
A throw over the middle, taken in. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. A nice pick up there, 10 yards, and it'll move the sticks. A first down carry now for Miller. A gain of 3, second down. And the big boys up front in the trenches. What do you think of the O-line, Charles?
I love them because this is a group that's so cohesive. They know what the man next to them is going to do at all times, and they operate as a terrific unit.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Now a toss left side into the hands of his tight end. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down. The starting defense now for the AFC.
And as expected, they're speeding talent everywhere you look on this Pro Bowl roster. Let's keep an eye on the secondary because they're going to be tested in a big way. It's the Pro Bowl. Not many running plays. The ball will be in the air on almost every snap. Fortunately for them, roster full of cornerbacks who are used to playing on an island.
On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. And he fires one, but incomplete. So the defense able to get off the field here on 3rd down.
And it's one of the goals of the game. They've got to be effective on passing downs. It's one of the few things defenses chart. How did we do on 3rd down? That's a nice start for them in this one.
And the NFC punt team out there now as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. And the kick's away as he angles this one for the sideline. No returning this one. It sails out of bounds, and they'll spot it right at the 20. The AFC offense making their way back out and hoping to do better than they did their last possession when they punted the football.
Appeal to the vanity of your offensive line. Tell them that they control your fate. Leverage guys. Win the line of scrimmage. If you do that, you start to win 1st down. You win 2nd down. And guess what? You start accumulating 1st downs. And that's what they need in order to not punt the ball again.
And here's a good way to kick off a drive, complete over the middle. And he'll get this up to the 34-yard line. 1st down yardage on the first play of the drive. Give him 14. Back to throw. Barnes. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. Able to get 7 on that 1st down pass play. 2nd and 3. They run the counter. Hayden, and he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. 6 yards to pick up, and that's a 1st down. And a quick throw here, that's complete. No gain there in the completion, 2nd and 10. Partner, your thoughts on this D-line?
I love a unit that can control the run and get after the passer. This is an all-around terrific defensive front. Hard to move the ball against them on the ground, and then when you want to throw it, look out. Here they come after the quarterback.
Ready. 70, Indy. Watch the slant. Check. Cross. Ready.
On 2nd down now. Hayden, and he works his way forward for about 4 up to the midfield stripe. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. He's got his tight end on the corner route. It's complete. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. That'll go as a 16-yard gain as they pick up the 1st.
They really love to get him into one-on-one opportunities, and this is one way. Work him out of the slot and create a mismatch. Who's going to cover him? Corner, safety, linebacker? He's got a way to beat all of those positions.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Now they'll run on the draw. A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31. On second down, Hayden. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield.
Well, we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
9th play of the drive coming up, and certainly not an easy one on 3rd and long. Off play action. Barnes. Wide open receiver complete. 3rd catch for him on this drive alone, and it'll give him a first down. Now this will probably be the last play of the quarter. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this first quarter. We're scoreless after 1. That first down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7. And he'll give it here to his running back. They stopped after only a yard, taking it down to the 14. The AFC thus far on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6. Looking to throw. Barnes. The coverage good that time by the NFC defense. Brings up 4th down.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
And his kick here is good. And the AFC on the board first. It's 3-0.
Well, no surprise there. Extremely reliable during the regular season. Bailed his team out time and again. Knocks another one through, this time in the Pro Bowl.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This is taken at his 4. They'll bring it back to just about the 25. Call it the 24-yard line. The NFC offense heading back onto the field. This one a little slow to get cooking. Just a 3-0 scoreline as they begin with a 1st and 10.
On the ready.
They begin with a run by Miller. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. And they'll run it from the gun with Miller. 4 yards on the pickup there as it'll leave him with a 3rd and about 4 more for a 1st. Out of the gun now on 3rd down. A bullet throw, but incomplete. Well, the other day they told us when we've got 3rd and 5 or less, we have to be able to convert. And I guess every team would say that, Charles, but an opportunity missed there.
What they were trying to tell us is they believe it's a matchup game at that point. And they liked some matchups that they had, thought they could exploit them, unable to do so on that play.
And the NFC punt team out there now as he'll come on to kick this one away. And this ball's going to be down now right at the 10-yard line. Good spot.
Absolutely love the flexibility of these punters. Their leg drive, able to get it way up in the air, and that allows their punt team to get down there and down it inside the 10 because they've had some time.
The offense for the AFC set to go now. And they had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range of scoring a touchdown. We'll see if they can do better now.
I'm with you on that one. Let's just go ahead and be frank about the whole thing. The only one happy about the 3-point?
The kicker.
Exactly. You put it through the post. That's going to help him in contract time.
Nowhere to go here. He lost the football.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
The AFC thus far on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 8. From the gun, Barnes. And this is going to be caught. He won the fight for the football. His first catch, and it's a pretty big one. They get the conversion on 3rd down.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. And to give this time to the tailback. And he's corralled at the 40, but not before picking up 8. 8 yards the tally on that 1st down run. Here's 2nd and 2. They run the counter. Hayden. And this time not as successful as he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. The AFC thus far on 3rd down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 2. Back to throw. Barnes. Oh, he's got a man wide open. Complete. And this will move the sticks yet again as the tackle's going to be made at the NFC's 31-yard line.
They brought in a heavy set on 3rd down, and that usually means running play. But we have seen them throw out of that formation. And sure enough, they snuck the tight end out on that one. Wound up hitting him for a 1st down.
This quarterback now 8 of 11 in this first half. He's got it 1st and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down. And now he'll tuck it and run. He'll wind up getting 3 on the keeper there, but it leads to a 3rd down. This will be the 8th play of the drive. It's 3rd and 7. 2nd quarter, 2 minutes remain. 3-0 our score. And we remind you, coming up at the half, we'll join who, Charles?
The coach.
The coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from games in progress, as well as scores from earlier today.
The coach.
Sorry, we get slap happy up here sometimes. 17 yards on the pickup there. The drive will continue. He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on 3rd down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important times because he can trust you being in the right spot, and they connected there and picked up a 1st down.
Throwing on 1st down. Barnes. That is caught at the 7-yard line. And here he'll get it down to the 7. That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down. Four yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. They'll run it now out of the gun. And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. 3 yards on the pickup. That's going to set up an interesting 3rd and about 4 to go. Looking to throw. Barnes. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
And that drive is going pretty darn well. 3 previous times, converted on 3rd down. But on that one, the defense rose up and said, enough of that.
So out comes the field goal team now for the 2nd time here today. This will be just a 21-yard attempt. And his kick is indeed good. And they're able to double their lead just before half. It's 6-0. So they get 3, certainly hoping for 6 after a 13-play drive.
So you console yourself on defense by saying you did your job, right? If they go 13 plays, you only give up a field goal, you did a nice job there. But here's the other part. 13 plays, you don't force any mistakes, you don't take the ball away. Maybe that's the way they should look at it.
And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. The offense for the NFC back out there. Inside of a minute left in the half. Does the fact that you're down on the scoreboard influence what you do or, I guess, don't do on this final drive?
It certainly does, but what influences me even more is who I've got running my football team out on the field and the weapons around him. Can he make a play? Can he get into someone that we're going to trust to take care of the ball? If that's the case, I might push it a little bit here and try and get something before the half runs out.
Now the NFC going to call the first of their 3 timeouts as the clock shows 50 seconds to play here in half number 1. Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. Line of scrimmage, again the 37 as they line up 2nd and 10. They'll set up the throw. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. Now the NFC going to take a timeout, their 2nd, as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the 1st half. He'll drop to throw. He'll find Miller. That's complete. Yeah, he will go out right near the 35-yard line. They convert on 3rd with a gain of 22.
We can talk all we want about football being a game of strength and brawn. It's also a game of mismatches, and they're trying to create one there, getting it to their back out of the backfield to make a bigger play.
As we often say, get it to him in space, let him use his leg.
Yeah, if he can get a matchup against a linebacker or maybe a defensive end dropping out in a zone blitz, he's going to win that battle just about every time.
Could we get a touchdown in this 1st half after all? It's 1st and 10. They'll look to throw. And nearly picked off there. Almost intercepted. Instead, 2nd down. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Looking to throw. It's complete. It's Miller. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. Now the NFC going to use their 3rd and final timeout, as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the 1st half. So now on comes the field goal unit here. On the left hash mark, this a 38-yard attempt. And his kick is right there. It's good. And they are on the board, trailing now 6-3. So the 3 points here, they're still down, but they put somewhat of a dent into that lead going into the break.
Anything helps when you're trying to chip away at a lead, but they do know that they're going to need a little bit better effort in the 2nd half.
So just a 3-point game now as they send this one away. Fielded about a yard deep. And the decision to bring it out, a good one, as he's up a yard or 2 shy of the 30. Likely time for one final snap as they start out 1st and 10. And they'll indeed start on the ground to run that clock. And he'll just push his way forward for a few as the clock will run. So we have hit halftime of the Pro Bowl with the AFC leading the NFC. As we'll send you across town to our studios here in Orlando and check in with the coach at our EA Sports Halftime Report.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. We'll get back to you and Charles in a minute. But first, time to give the folks at home a look at what's going on around the NFL. Meanwhile, in our game, it's been a defensive struggle. Which offense can break through in the 2nd half? To find out, let's hand it over to our broadcast team of Brandon Gotten and Charles Davis.
Thank you, sir. A field goal separates these 2 teams as we come back for this 2nd half. This is fielded at the goal line. And this return net's positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line. The NFC offense heads out to begin this third quarter. And with the way this offense has played thus far, to be frank, they got to feel pretty grateful to be in the ball game.
I would agree with you totally because they've done all of nothing offensively in this game, yet they still find themselves in a position on this drive where a touchdown can give them the lead. They need to take advantage of it.
Now they're still looking for that first touchdown here in the third quarter. All they have so far, the field goal. Call it no gain there on the first down play. Had the completed pass, but for no gain, stopped right at the line, so it's 2nd and 10. Back to throw. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. Now they'll try to convert on 3rd and 6 after the 4-yard completion. They'll look to throw here. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Miles. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. First time they've looked his way in this game. He comes through picking up the first.
Nice catch right there. Brings to mind the sentence, when in doubt, find your veterans.
He used to laugh back in the day when they would call guys like him crafty veterans. You get up in your 30s, you're still playing receiver, but you're around that long at that position, you're doing something right.
Just remember this. When he was young, he thought the crafty veteran was simply a guy who couldn't run anymore. Now he understands a little bit better.
On first down, Miller. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it 2nd down. Again, it's Miller. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. He'll wind up losing 3. And now it's 3rd down.
Unfortunately for you, you've been around me for a little while now, so you know me as well as anyone and how I look at a game. I don't ever advocate abandoning anything. But in this case, I'm going against my own thought process. You've got to change it up. You got to start throwing it around a little bit, finding ways to try and move the ball because keeping on the ground just isn't working for them.
Yeah, maybe get him the ball out of the passing game, a swing pass outside or something, just something to vary it up. They'll set up to throw. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up. It appears they're going to come up empty on this first drive of the second half, still down by that slim margin.
Yeah, and that's okay. You know, when you sit and analyze it, they're not happy about what happened, having to go to the bench. But this gives them a chance to let their defense do some work while they on the sidelines go over what they're doing offensively and formulate a proper plan.
And the NFC punt team out there now as he's on to kick it away. And did they keep it in? They did. They kept it in. It's down close to the goal line at the 1-yard line.
You rarely call your punter a weapon, but he certainly was there. How about that? Pinning him down at the 1-yard line and helping out the defense in a big way. I'm telling you what, if I'm a defensive coordinator, I might be thinking safety right now.
The AFC offense now heading out for their first drive of the second half. And following that punt, which turned out as well as it possibly could have, this offense has 99 yards to go to the other end zone.
And the defense is frothing at the mouth with a chance to get points themselves. If they tackle a runner in the end zone, safety. And if there's a holding call in the end zone, that's also a safety as well. So either way you decide to go on offense, you've got to be careful.
To throw from his end zone, Barnes. Looking left side, it's complete. He's got it. And he gets this up just shy of the 15. A gain of 13. It's a first down. They'll run on first down. Hayden. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down. They'll keep it on the ground. Hayden. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. 16 yards, a first down.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Operating from the gun, Barnes. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. Back to throw. Barnes throwing right, and that's complete. And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46. That one, a first down pickup of 8. On first down, Hayden. And he's got this down to the 35. We'll give him 10 yards on that one, and that'll earn him a fresh set of downs.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense getting a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. On first down, Barnes. He'll take a shot for the... It got his man, complete. It's a gain of 35.
They're still looking for their first touchdown of the game, and for a second, I thought they had it right there.
Looking on the sideline, it's finally good to see nods of approval. It's a welcome sign of life that this offense needed. Might we see our first touchdown of the game? Here's 1st and goal.
We got 3.
Looking to throw. Barnes. And that is caught for an AFC touchdown. In for the score. And the AFC is able to widen their advantage. Well, they had their chances in the first half, you remember, but had to settle for 2 field goals. This time they come away with 6.
I think they actually got affirmation about what they were doing by getting a touchdown, because the field goals means they got in range but couldn't quite finish it off. This time they broke through, and that's great for the old confidence.
And on the sideline, difference of a feeling between 3 and 6, is it astronomical or no?
It can be at times, that's for sure. A lot of times the field goal feels like a disappointment. The touchdown, well, that tells you you're getting it done.
Touchdown, AFC. The kicker on for the point after.
They had to go to the monitor, get an extra look. That's what the technology is for. And this touchdown will count. The extra point splits the uprights. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. That time, a 9-play drive. And it ends with an AFC touchdown. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Here's the NFC offense set to take over again. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back.
Holding offense.
So some holding over on the left side of that O-line.
And I know for the guys trying to move those big defensive people, they'd love for them to stay in one spot. But they move around so quick and so fast that sometimes you just have to grab them.
And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. They'll run it again with Miller. And he takes this across the 15 to the 17. A 4-yard pickup that gets him going forward, but still 15 yards left on 3rd down. And that is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. The numbers for the NFC on 3rd down, 2 for 5 to this point. This will be 3rd and 15. They'll look to throw. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And unable to connect, incomplete. Now give them credit, they took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. Well, the NFC punt team out there now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. He's averaging just under 50 yards a punt as he gets this away. Taken from just outside the 30. A good return there. Call it 13 yards. And the AFC will take over 1st and 10. There again is the running back as he trots onto the field. After some early struggles running the ball, they've really picked it up. Early it just seemed like there were no holes there. Now all of a sudden the holes seem to be there. I don't know if that's just my imagination.
And give them credit that they kept their confidence, because sometimes when you get stuffed big in the running game early, especially for an entire half, it really makes you retreat a little bit, but not this group. They always have the confidence that they just get their assignments down, they get in sync with their runners, and off they went.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down.
Brandon, it's clearly a running situation when you're up in the 4th quarter. They're going to have to stack the box and make it difficult for them to move the ball.
Made it very difficult right there. Now they need to repeat that effort.
Yeah, bring 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take to slow them down.
The AFC thus far on 3rd down. They've had good success, 5 for 8 to this point. This is 3rd down and 12. Now a 3rd down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete. Critical play in this football game, because if they pick up the first there, that clock keeps rolling.
Has to be a little frustrating for them, because they know that if they pick up a first down there and continue to eat away at the clock, really increases their chances of closing this one out. Now they're likely going to have to give the football up and sweat it out on the sideline.
Oh, and what a play on special teams here. This is going to be down inside the 5, all the way down at the 2-yard line.
And he's got to be fired up about that effort. I don't think he could have walked down and placed it any better than where he ended up putting the football. That was excellent.
The NFC offense heading back onto the field. And it's great to see the stars all out in one place, but in terms of football, what's really great to see is a very entertaining Pro Bowl as we are tied in the 4th quarter.
And how many of these guys thought going into this game, after a pretty easy week heading into it, that the pressure would ratchet up now and someone has to make a play, which means someone will have a play made against them and not have to live with that for the rest of the year.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. They'll keep it on the ground. Miller, and he's able to get this up just shy of the 15. It's a first down on a gain of 10. They held him in check in the first half, but that's his longest carry of the game right there.
So would this be the definition of fresh legs since he didn't get much done in the first half? Now he has a great opportunity. He's taking full advantage of it.
So still backed up, but the situation not as dire now. 1st and 10 at the 14. And now he's going to use his legs. And he'll be about a full yard shy of the 20 at the 19-yard line. He'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's 2nd down. 2nd and 5. Throwing left side here, and it's complete. And mark him down way up close to the 40 at the 39. That one a gain of 20 and a first down.
This possession means so much for them. They've got to focus on this drive and find a way to make this a one-possession game.
Yes.
Got to get a score.
Yeah, so good with a field goal. Don't necessarily need a touchdown. This quarterback now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10. Now back to throw. Looking for his tight end on the corner. It's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Another nice gain, 16 yards there, and a first down again. But correct me if I'm wrong, you're down 2 scores. I don't think you need to rush just yet, but you can't take your time either.
Yeah, even if you don't want to commit to full 2-minute offense, you have to up the tempo, up the urgency. Maybe you're starting to call 2 plays in a huddle each time you snap the ball.
So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. They'll drop the throw. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Miles. The numbers for the NFC on 3rd down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5. Open man is Miller. He's got it. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. A very well-executed play. It goes for 29 yards. In a 2-score game, obviously, every play, every 3rd down, like we saw there, magnified. Big pickup.
It was a huge pickup. What they really want, though, is to not even get to 3rd down. They've got to maximize time and conserve as much as possible.
Finally, a first red zone opportunity for these guys. It's 1st and 10 from the 12. Back to throw here. And he's going to be taken down, sacked back around the 18-yard line.
It's interesting, partner, that most defenses try and guard the 35-yard line actively because they think the way kickers are nowadays, about a 52-yard field goal, they're kind of giving up points. But you get even deeper into territory, you get into the red zone, they're going to guard it even more, which means more pressure, more blitzing.
So after a rare misstep on this drive, they'll try to make amends on 2nd and 15. A shotgun handoff now to Miller. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a 3rd down.
12 yards on the pickup. It's now 3rd down.
And this is caught now for a late touchdown. So hold everything here. This one's not over yet.
I'm not sure win-win is the proper term here, but it certainly felt like it. They got the touchdown they needed. But if I'm on the defensive side of the ball, okay, you got the touchdown, but it sure took you a long time.
Yeah, because offensively there, you're probably hoping for a 1 to 5 play drive. That one ate up a little more time than they were hoping.
You're exactly right. And if you have that 1 to 5 play drive, you actually build up momentum and even more hope. When they had to slog their way downfield, they got the touchdown, but it's almost like, yeah, you know,
it doesn't feel right.
Exactly.
Important extra point up and through. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. A pretty long drive that time. 11 plays all told. And it's finished off by an NFC touchdown. So just a 3-point game now as they send this one away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Back out is the AFC offense. And one thing you'd like to see in a Pro Bowl, a competitive contest. We've got that just like the last 2 seasons. A 1-score game as we play here in the 4th.
What I'd love to know, what's the discussion on the sidelines of both teams right now? Because, you know, it's an exhibition-type game. But as you said, as competitive as it is now, these guys are going to want to win. There may be some guys who sub some guys out, trying to get back on the field and trying to help their team win down the stretch.
On 2nd down now, Hayden. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. Now the NFC going to call the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down. They'll keep it on the ground. Hayden, and he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. Now the NFC going to take a timeout, their 2nd, as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Now on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. And here's a fair catch taken at about the 24-yard line. So possession goes over here on the punt. And the NFC will take over 1st and 10. The situation for them offensively as follows. Down 13-10, a minute 38 to go. And they need, at minimum, 3 points out of this as they come up 1st and 10. He'll look to throw. And that'll be incomplete. From the 24, they'll go again on 2nd and 10. He's back to throw. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. Back to throw.
Okay, you know my bias is about to come out here.
And, oh, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off around the 41.
And that one, oh, it's going to hurt big time. You're in the 2-minute drill trying to get your guys down the field, and it's looking like they're going to come up just short, as this is definitely not his best throw, and it'll wind up being intercepted.
The AFC offensive unit getting set to take over. And this one all over but the shouting, you might say. Well, there's one timeout remaining defensively, but probably no real need to use it here.
Yeah, the only time they would use it, strictly for pride.
Victory very much in sight now as they'll take a knee. Now the NFC going to use their 3rd and final timeout as it comes with a minute 4 left to go in the game.
And we got Mike, number 53. Mike, 53.
And they will take a knee here. So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now 3rd and long. Down to a knee one more time, and that should just about do it. So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. And they'll play keep away from the returner as this one will be marked out of bounds at the 13-yard line. Pretty good spot. So, Charles, final thoughts on this AFC victory?
Bottom line, nobody appeared to be seriously hurt. That's the first thing we look for in this game. Well played, a lot of fun, a lot of excitement. I think that everyone's going to go home pretty happy, especially the AFC since they won the game.
That'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our hardworking crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, find us on Twitter @EA.